everybody, and welcome into this week's edition of the Coach O Show, an inside look at Northern Michigan football. My name is Ryan Beckman, the man to my right, the head coach of the Wildcats, Chris Ostrowsky. The Wildcats open the season with a 41-31 win over the Findlay Oilers Saturday afternoon at the Superior Dome. And we'll take a look at some of the highlights as we go through the show. But, Coach, let's start with your thoughts on the season-opening victory.
Great start for us. I think the most exciting part of the day for us as a coaching staff, as a football program, to see all the hard work that we've put in over the last 9 months really come to fruition, if you will, on the field. Our players really worked hard. I thought they really embraced the vision for us, and to see us go out and get a win, I think we deserved it, and it was an exciting day for the program.
Sometimes folks talk about maybe nerves to start that first game, but your team looked very poised out there, holding Findlay to a 3-and-out on their first drive, and then you guys put together a nice drive yourself and score a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great start. I just thought we executed on defense, did some really great things in terms of creating some confusion within our coverages, and really ran the football, played with great effort, played with great energy, forced a kick, a 3-and-out, and then got great field position on the 50-yard line, and methodically, ran 5 or 6 plays, whatever it was, and capped off with a sneak for a touchdown. Couldn't ask for a better start as a staff, and certainly as a football program, in terms of playing defense and then playing offense, and then finishing the product with a touchdown.
I'm going to throw some numbers at you from the first half. 24 second quarter points for you guys. For the entire game, 507 yards of total offense.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good. I mean, there's always going to be room for improvement, Ryan. I think that's what's really important for us at this point. A win is nice, and obviously I think we played really good football at times. But the approach has to be, how do we get better? How do we fix the things we didn't do well? How do we get better at the things we did pretty good, so then they become, second nature for us. So good numbers, no question. We're excited about them, but we're excited to get better this week.
I want to talk about a couple of the players that performed well for you guys, and it starts with your senior quarterback, Cody Sapanik. He had over 300 yards passing, almost 100 yards rushing, 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown. Did everything that you'd expect a senior quarterback to do.
Yeah, he had great command all day, and I think, I said this post-game in our press conference, he's got a great understanding of the components of our offense. Consequently, he understands where the ball needs to go, and I think that's critical. And when you have a young man that is as big and as strong as Cody is at this point, that understands where the ball needs to go, it's a dangerous combination. So I'm excited for Cody. We'll continue to get better and continue to work hard in our preparation from week to week. But again, pretty good start.
And I think there's a couple of plays that he made that probably won't show up in the scorebook, but show his poise and leadership. A couple of times, once in the first half, a snap goes over his head, calmly picks it up, threw it away, avoided a sack. A second time, he tried to hand it off. It didn't work out the way he wanted. Instead, he runs and picks up 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. His ability to improvise is pretty great. The exact play you're talking about, we got a little friendly Superior Dome roll, and was able to gain his composure and get rid of the football. That could have been a disaster for us at that point, going in the score. And I think those are the difference in a good team and not such a good team. Kind of the breaks go their way when you're pretty good. Excited about the way Cody played, and looking forward to seeing him keep going.
Christian Jesse, 189 yards receiving on 10 receptions, 1 touchdown that goes for 85 yards. Nice afternoon for him as well.
Yeah, Christian, from start to finish, was amazing Saturday. Just fast and physical, was completely focused on his goal, which was to go out there and really have a dominating performance. And he made a couple circus catches that were just amazing catches. We have an award, it's called the Old Baby Award, and he's won quite a few of those. And that was one of those that make you say, "Oh baby," because it was a hell of a catch. And then the bubble screen, if you will, where he took it up the sideline in the third quarter, just showed just how much athleticism and speed he really has. He's a gifted player, but he's also a gifted leader and a great worker for us. So I was excited to see him shine on Saturday.
After missing much of last season with an injury, it's nice to see Wyatt Jurison back, contributing 82 yards rushing and a touchdown for him.
Solid. Wyatt was solid from the start to the finish, and it was great to see him really in his first significant action as a collegiate football player. at tailback. So I thought it was great for him, and I think he'll continue to just get better and grow. But he had showed great physicality in running the football and gives us an entity really that we haven't had in the past, an ability to pound it late. So great day for Wyatt.
Guys get inside the red zone 4 times. 4 times you come up with scores, 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals.
Yep, that's pretty good.
That's a great day.
That's good. You want to be 100% down there, and obviously for us, we want to figure out why we didn't score 4 touchdowns. At the same time, switching gears to special teams a little bit, I thought our operation was excellent. Obviously, John Lincolnheimer brings a tremendous amount of talent to our kicking situation, but the operation is good, the snap's good, the hold's good, the protection's good. It's sound at this point. So first time out, first game, usually those are some of the kinks that you got to work yourself out, and we were fortunate because we didn't have a whole lot of first game mistakes.
Well, we're on the subject of John Lincolnheimer, not just the field goals, but the punting that he performed as well, pinning Findlay back a number of times on the afternoon.
Yeah, it was an extraordinary day for us, special team-wise. I really thought that was the difference in the end. He had 7 kicks that put them in their minus 20-yard line area, which is unheard of. And we started out 0 drives inside our 20-yard line. So the field position battle is big. And in football, there's a term called flip the field, and we were able to flip the field almost every single time with him. And again, the protection was excellent. In terms of our punt protection, our cover was good, and obviously he's very gifted, was able to kick the ball, do a great job for us.
You guys did build up a 38-10 lead in the game. Findlay started to make a comeback in the second half. What was it that Findlay did in the second half? What changes did they make to really kind of have success moving the football?
Yeah, I think that's the focus for us this week is to break down, was it Findlay adjusting, was it Findlay changing, or was it our inability to play 4 complete quarters? And as we go through our preparation, we'll make sure we figure that part out.
But the defense did come up with some big plays, forcing 4 turnovers, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles.
Yep.
Stuff that you like to see as a head coach.
Yeah, huge. Levi Perry came up with 2 great turnovers for us, a fumble recovery, a pick, which probably was the biggest play in the game, was that interception at that point. Brandon Parson had a big pick, and then Chris Washington, true freshman, had a fumble recovery, which was a forced fumble by Thomas McNamara. So, yeah, and that happens when you run into the football and you're playing defense with great effort. When you have 7, 8, 9 helmets around the football, good things happen, and I think that was proof for us as a young defense that's going to continue to grow.
What other things did you see from your defense that you liked out there Saturday afternoon? Yeah,
I thought we tackled. I didn't think there was many missed tackles out there. Again, I think we played with really good effort. I thought we were really physical at times. There were some newcomers that really shined for us in terms of Trevor Cruzel playing with his unrelenting energy, and Adam Williams is a true freshman, living up to the hype, if you will, in terms of being really heavily recruited, and us finally getting him in here and then going through his redshirt freshman year and getting him finally on the field. I thought he really did well. And Rodney Lamar, who was a transfer for us, I thought played with great energy. So I think those 3 guys with Jordan Adeniran did a great job up front of holding up and creating some pressure on the quarterback. So I was excited about that end of things, and I think our linebackers played the way our linebackers do, very fast, very physical, run to the football with Morgan Stentz, Laurent Jadou, and Nick Krause. I thought those guys did good. And then, I think the whole product overall, and then we talked about our back with Brandon and Levi and Thomas and Chris, those 4 guys really did a great job. And I thought they played well together. And I thought they stuck together when the valleys hit. And I think we talk about that all the time. A football game is about peaks and valleys. And a team that can understand those peaks and valleys and recover have a great chance to win. I think our defense did that. I think they hung in there and they fought hard, and they'll continue to get better.
41-31 for the Wildcats over the Findlay Oilers Saturday afternoon. Plenty of highlights. We'll take a look at those when we continue here on the Coach O Show.
The Coach O Show is sponsored by Matthews Floor Fashions, Jeffrey's Restaurant, Wild Birds Unlimited, 100.3 The Point, Sawyer International Airport, Ramada of Marquette, Fox Marquette, and ABC 10.
When going the distance seals the deal.
When time
makes all the difference. When it's vacation time and you're ready to hit the beach.
Whatever your reason, Sawyer will get you there. Fly local. Fly Sawyer International.
Hey honey, what do you think about this one?
I love it.
Yeah, me too. But it's a little more than we were thinking.
Not much more. I'd rather get it right the first time.
Yeah, you're right. Think the kids will like it?
Hey kids, what do you think about this one?
That's my favorite.
See, I told you, coming to Matthews was the right choice.
Friendly, relaxed, comfortable. That's the Matthews difference.
With over 40 bird species native to Michigan, our region is the perfect place for you to practice the relaxing and fulfilling art of birdwatching. Wild Birds Unlimited doesn't just sell the finest birdseed and supplies, they also offer an educational environment. Stop in and visit with Mike, your local expert. He'll enjoy giving advice to help you achieve an exciting transformation from an ordinary backyard to an extraordinary bird sanctuary. He'll even throw in a free sample of their premium birdseed. Let your curiosity fly free at Wild Birds Unlimited.
I was always the boy that would take apart his toys so I could see if I could put them back together.
As long as I can remember back, I was helping my dad in his garage, just the two of us working on cars.
I never forget what it's like on the other end, needing your car. As a Subaru service advisor at Fox Marquette, I take pride in knowing that I can help.
I've been at Fox Marquette for 9 years and fixing cars my whole life. It's what I do, it's what I love.
Fox Marquette, only the best.
Welcome back to the Coach O Show. Wildcats 41-31 winners over the Findlay Oilers. Found the end zone a number of times. Defense came up with some big plays. Lots of highlights to look at, so let's get into it.
Fantastic. I think we get ourselves down to the 10-yard line here, and anybody that's going to be successful in college football has got to be able to run the football in the red zone. And we do a great job here in a base set for us. And we give our fullback the ball there, which is really what he is. He's just a tremendous football player in Wyatt Jerison, who gives us a dimension that is really a talented young man. The goal for us offensively here is to ensure we can get him up to the third level. In generic terms, the first level will be the defensive lineman, the second level will be linebackers, and then that third level will be the safety. And if you can get your tailback up to the third level, you did a great job. And then it's Wyatt's job to make him miss, which is what he does right there. And that puts us in the end zone, and that's an awesome feeling there, huh? That's
Absolutely.
Touchdown into the checkers, and that's something that's going to become a tradition in terms of what we're doing here, scoring touchdowns into the checkered end zone. So that's an exciting feeling for us. It's executed exactly the way you want. Wyatt again makes the safety miss, and it's touchdown Wildcats.
It is a sharp-looking end zone the Wildcats are getting into there.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Now we can take it back here to our next set here, Ryan, and we get ourselves into a second and short, which is a typical run situation, and they're obviously giving us a run set defensively, and we went with a 4 vertical approach. What I like about the plays is we're doing a great job protecting. So we're protecting with 6. We felt good. It was a run defensive look for us, and then Christian Jesse just makes an old baby play, if you will. I mean, one, you get excited just watching it right now. Again, it's 4 verticals, and we're going to kind of throw off the safety here, and you got to fit it in between two there with the corner and the safety, and Christian makes an amazing catch on the play. Really, really special catch. Got up high. Cody does a great job with his drop and his delivery, and that's a good catch for us.
How much does a play like that depend on the chemistry between the quarterback and wide receiver?
It's huge, and I think you're able to see the play a little bit more here from the other view. I mean, that's a take it back a little bit catch, that's just an amazing effort. I mean, that young man is fully extended, making a great catch. He's leaving his body out there, and the chemistry is huge. There's no doubt about it. But that's a special play, and that's the difference between a great team and just an average team. Is you got to have players that make great plays, and I don't care what team you show me. If you're not making great plays, the players play. You're not winning championships, and that was a championship catch right there. So that was pretty exciting.
It certainly was. Now what do we have here as you're set up inside the red zone once
Yeah,
again?
you know, I think teams got to have some bread and butter type stuff, and this is a play that goes back a long ways with this offense. And basically, it's just a 2-by-1 set, and we're going to try to run stretch, which is a play that the team's been running for 1,000 years, and kind of resembles a Packer sweep a little bit, maybe with the green. No,
sure.
Okay, a little bit. But so I'm sure some old timers might say no way, but for us, it's it looks great in green and gold, and it just looks right. And Keon does a tremendous job following his blockers. First thing, we get a great block by Chad Anderson right there on the edge. Once he seals the edge, and that's critical, you got to seal the edge. Once you get that done, now it's a home run play, and they're on their heels. Wyatt does a great job leading up, and Keon gets in the end zone with speed, and it's another Wildcat touchdown.
First career touchdown for Keon Collier as well.
Is that right?
It was.
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome for him. And he's a talented kid, and you know, some little side note for Keon, he's a pre-med kid with a 4.0, so we're excited for him.
Quite impressive.
Okay, as we get going here, this to me on the offensive side of the ball was a game changer. It's the third quarter, and we're searching a little bit. It's at this point 31-21, so they're mounted a little bit of a comeback. And it's a great matchup for us, so we felt we had a great leverage on the play. You got to be a great perimeter block team if you're going to be a spread offense team, and we've worked really hard this offseason and teaching our receivers, and Coach Knight's done a great job of teaching these guys proper technique. Coach Boss done an amazing job of pressing and understanding how important it is to be good zone blockers up front. Those guys have done an amazing job, and to see it all come together here is really special for us. And we just outflank them. The safety takes a bad angle. If you see him right there on the 25-yard line, take a bad angle, and then you can just sit back and watch, because that's speed.
Christian Jesse knows what to do when it gets out in the open.
That's speed right there. And that's pretty awesome. If you go back and see the tight view here, now this is what's exciting for me as a head coach. When you watch the Wildcats play football, you're watching football players that love playing the game, and I think that's pretty special. Watch our guys chase the play here. That's our quarterback. That's our 350-pound left tackle, James Bester from Madison. Watch how happy he gets when he's running. Watch little Skip. Watch this. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I mean, that's pretty cool. And all 11 guys meet him in the end zone. It's an exciting bunch of players right now. So that was a great play for us in the game, and I think took away a lot of their momentum, if you will.
Let's look at a couple of things that took place on defense for you guys.
Oh,
now.
no question. Talk about taking advantage of opportunities. We're bouncing around and doing a great job within our scheme and trying to create some disguise at this point. They're stretching the football play out. We get a great play and then a fumble recovery. And again, as we see the tight view, we'll be able to break this down a little bit more for you. But the one thing you see here from a defensive perspective is you see 11 hats running to the football. And when that happens, great things follow. So if we get the tight copy here, Trevor Cruzel does a great job of making sure that young man's got to cut back up. And then we get a great play by Morgan Stench right there, and Nick Krause, who's getting held like crazy on the edge right there. He's able to break off and make collision, and then we jump on the football. And that was a great job. That was Chris Washington, who's a true freshman, who just needs to be where he is and makes great play on the fumble recovery. So that was a huge play for us. That gives us the short field work offensively. So that was a big one for us, no question about it.
Now here you've got Findlay threatening to score.
Yep, Findlay threatening to score with their quarterback, who everybody knew was the Ohio State transfer, and a guy we had to make sure we stopped. And I think he was a special player, but I think our guys did a great job of corralling him. And again, 11 guys banging to the football, fundamentally tackling, creating a turnover, and that's huge. I mean, that changes the complexion of a game. Again, Nick Krause, Laurent Jadot right there, and then a great play by Levi Perry and Thomas McNamara, who forces the fumble right there, and then Levi's right where he needs to be. So he's there and he fills, and we get a great turnover on the play.
Everybody where they were supposed to be, and
yep, good things happen. Good things happen. Okay, this was a critical play for us here in the game. We're up at this point 38-31. There's 4 minutes left in the game, and we needed this field goal to put us up by 10. So consequently, you got to score twice. You got to get 2 possessions in 4 minutes with no timeouts. So this was a crucial moment. And again, the operation is excellent. Snap is good. Zane Weaver, good hold by Trey Hipke, and John Linkenheimer puts it through and makes it look easy. And that's a great finish for us. Just a great football play in terms of being able to execute that thing. And it's a good job. It's a good job. It's a great play for us there. Here's later in the game on the next ensuing drive. So now they're driving the field, and really one of my favorite guys. I love being with him. The kid is just a great kid to be with, Levi Perry. I'm just so happy for him and the way he plays. He's playing center field there in the middle of the field. Does a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and just makes a great play on the ball. And that really sealed the deal for us defensively. And another big time turnover. So those guys really did a heck of a job. And with Coach Ballard in his first debut as a coordinator, with Coach Caniglio doing a tremendous job with the front, Coach Maslowski and Coach Forward working day and night there, and then I think those four guys should be proud of themselves. They did a good job.
And Levi Perry, the defensive newcomer for you guys a season ago, expect big things for him.
Absolutely. As we wrap things up, this is one of those deals where when you become the head coach of a football program, you got to hang your hat on being a great recruiter. If you don't recruit in college football, you can't win. And this is a young man that we fought tooth and nail. We talk about him all the time. Went to his house in a snowstorm to close the deal, and probably would have slept there until signing day if I had to. But lucky enough, I didn't have to do that. And here he comes off the edge, and Adam Williams makes a huge play and a sack, and that was the deal. And that closed it out for us. Just a great way to finish.
A lot of big plays for the Wildcats leading to the 41-31 win. They're at home next week, taking on Ohio Dominican on homecoming. We'll talk about that next right here on the Coach O Show.
Hey Wildcat fans, it's trivia time. Who was the first head coach of Northern's football team? Was it A. Art Allen, B. William McCracken, or C. Stanley Elbeck? Find out after the break.
I know business, but that doesn't mean I'm all business. So when business brings me to Marquette, I always stay at Ramada. It's a full-service hotel with a great restaurant and free breakfast during weekdays. Ramada caters to the business traveler, so I can meet my clients right at the hotel. And because they're right downtown, I've got a lot more options during my free time. Ah yes, the options. Staying downtown at Ramada, it's just good business.
Hey honey, what do you think about this one?
I love it.
Yeah, me too. But it's a little more than we were thinking.
Not much more. I'd rather get it right the first time.
Yeah, you're right. Think the kids will like it?
Hey kids, what do you think about this one?
That's my favorite.
See, I told you, coming to Matthews was the right choice.
Friendly, relaxed, comfortable. That's the Matthews difference.
With over 40 bird species native to Michigan, our region is the perfect place for you to practice the relaxing and fulfilling art of birdwatching. Wild Birds Unlimited doesn't just sell the finest bird seed and supplies, they also offer an educational environment. Stop in and visit with Mike, your local expert. He'll enjoy giving advice to help you achieve an exciting transformation from an ordinary backyard to an extraordinary bird sanctuary. He'll even throw in a free sample of their premium bird seed. Let your curiosity fly free at Wild Birds Unlimited.
Going the distance seals the deal.
When time makes all the difference. When it's vacation time and you're ready to hit the beach.
Whatever your reason, Sawyer will get you there. Fly local. Fly Sawyer International.
The correct answer was B. William McCracken, who coached in 1904.
Welcome back to the Coach O Show. Wildcats at home this coming Saturday, hosting Ohio Dominican on homecoming, and some events going on honoring a former Wildcat coach.
Yeah, it should be an exciting day. Buck Nystrom, who is a legendary college football coach in general, won national championships as a player and had an amazing coaching career. It stems from the University of Oklahoma to Colorado to North Dakota State to here at Northern to Michigan State, and is really a legendary figure nationally within the coaching industry. And really, I've been blessed to have had the opportunity to visit with him and spend some quality time. So we're excited to honor Coach Nystrom this weekend, and also not only are we going to honor a legendary coaching figure, we're going to embrace all that homecoming is with the homecoming parade and all the events that surround the game. And you really feel a tremendous amount of responsibility as a football program to bring our alum, the community, the student base that's here at this point, really reason to cheer and put on a great show for a great crowd. So it should be an exciting weekend, packed with tons of events, and it's really awesome to be part of it at this juncture.
How about from a player standpoint, them getting up, getting behind homecoming, getting out there on the field on Saturday?
Yeah, it's all about the atmosphere and the culture, and I think for us, a college football game is a college football game, and I think that's a big component for us. We still got to go and execute and do the things we need to do to win, but the excitement level is certainly higher, the intensity level is higher, and everybody wants to perform in front of their peers and their parents and their family. It really is an exciting day across the country, really, in terms of what homecoming equals, in terms of homecoming and football on the college campuses across the country, and here at Northern we're no different. So it's going to be a great day for us as a football program, and we're going to do our best to do the things we need to do to win.
Your opponent on Saturday, the Ohio Dominican Panthers. Let's talk about them here for a moment. Against Hillsdale on Saturday, 571 yards of total offense, getting them off to a 2-0 start. What do you expect from them offensively heading into the game?
Yeah, excellent football team. I think they're going to be terribly balanced. They're very, very well coached. I think they're going to make a cognizant effort to run the football and do the things that they do, which is a lot of play action pass and that kind of thing. Like I talked about, very, very well coached. Bill Connolly's comes with a tremendous resume, and he's done some great things, and really is very, very well known in Ohio in terms of who he's coached and that kind of thing. So I expect a very, very competitive football game, and another great opponent for us, and another barometer, if you will, to see where we are as a program.
You talk about them running the football. They hit two backs against Hillsdale, go over 100 yards rushing, so obviously right on par with that. Defensively, what do you expect from them? They're allowing 17 points per game in their two games.
Yeah, as a program, they really engulf what it means to be fundamentally sound. They're not a big risk takers, but they're gap sound. They're going to be coverage sound, and they're going to play very aggressive physical football. So I expect them to be all that we can handle from start to finish, and we're going to have to put a great effort in to win.
Sure, it wasn't too soon after the victory against Findlay that you guys put that behind you, start working towards Ohio Dominican.
Yeah, almost right away. Yeah, almost right away. It was a great win for us, and usually what you want to do is get away from it a little bit and spend some family time on a Saturday night, and then Sunday morning comes, and you better not let complacency set in. If you do, you're in trouble. We didn't do that, and we went right back to work in terms of our preparation for ODU, which starts today.
What do you see? What do you need from the Wildcats, from your team, to get a victory on Saturday afternoon?
I think it's the theme is the same. We got to protect the football. We got to create turnovers. You got to score touchdowns. And I think when you do those three things, your chances of being successful are pretty high, and we're going to stick with that formula.
Wildcats hosting Ohio Dominican on Saturday at the Superior Dome, a 3 o'clock game. Coach, as always, best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll be back next week to break down that game, look at the highlights right here on the Coach O Show.
The Coach O Show is sponsored by Matthews Floor Fashions, Jeffrey's Restaurant, Wild Birds Unlimited, 100.3 The Point, Sawyer International Airport, Ramada of Marquette, Fox Marquette, and ABC 10.